History has been made. Washington, D.C. has just witnessed something extraordinary. Eala, the 21-year-old Filipina sensation, has done the unthinkable once again. She has defeated world number 10 Elina Svitolina in straight sets, 6-3, 6-4, to book her place in the semifinals of the $1.64 million DC Open. The Ukrainian veteran, a former world number 3 and 20-time WTA title winner, had no answers for the Filipina's relentless aggression and composure. This was not just a victory. This was history. A declaration that Eala is no longer just a rising star. She is a force to be reckoned with. She has now reached her third semifinal of the season, after the ASB Classic in Auckland and the Berlin Open. And she is now just 2 wins away from the biggest title of her career. Today on Top Spin, we are breaking down the stunning victory, the incredible run, and what this means for Eala's future. For more coverage in tennis, subscribe and hit the notification bell. The quarterfinal match against Elina Svitolina was not just another match. It was a story of redemption and dominance. Eala entered the match with a perfect 2-0 record against the Ukrainian veteran. Just last month, at the WTA 500 Berlin Open, Eala had stunned then world number 8 Svitolina with a clinical 6-3, 6-4 victory on her way to a semi-final finish. Before that, Eala and her partner Iva Jovic had defeated Svitolina and Venus Williams in doubles at the ASB Classic in Auckland, 7-69-7, 6-1. Eala's perfect record against Svitolina was a source of confidence for the young Filipina. She had proven that she could compete with the Ukrainian veteran and beat her. The victory in Berlin had been a breakthrough moment, a sign that she belonged among the best players in the world. Now, in Washington, she had a chance to prove that it was not a fluke. She had a chance to prove that she could do it again. The match was also a test of Eala's mental toughness. Svitolina, a former world number 3 and 20-time WTA title winner, had been on the biggest stages and beaten the best players in the world. She is a player who rarely beats herself. She extends rallies, waits for her opponent to make mistakes, and capitalizes on opportunities. But Eala was not intimidated. She had the confidence of a player who had beaten Svitolina before and the momentum of a player who had just defeated 2 top players in a row. Eala herself acknowledged the challenge but remained focused on her own game. I don't think that it's specifically because of who I'm up against. I think I came in with a great mindset today. I think I was playing really well, Eala said after the match. Of course, Elina hit some good shots. She was being aggressive, especially in that second set, so I'm really happy that I was able to keep my rhythm. The stage was set for a blockbuster clash. The tennis world was watching to see if Eala could continue her dream run and defeat another giant. And Eala was ready for the challenge. She had the support of the Filipino community, the belief of her coaches, and the confidence of a player who knew she could win. The match was a chance for her to prove that she was a complete player, a player who could compete with the best players in the world on any surface. The tennis world was watching, and the Philippines was celebrating. Eala was ready for the next challenge. The match began, and from the very first point, it was clear that Eala was on a mission. She was aggressive, precise, and playing with a confidence that left the world number 10 with no answers. She took the ball early, flattening out her ground strokes and hitting deep to disrupt Svitolina's rhythm. The first set was a battle. Eala came out firing, converting her second break point in a grueling opening game that featured 5 deuces. Svitolina immediately responded by breaking back in the second game to level the set at 1-1. The next 3 games followed a similar pattern, with both players trading service breaks. But Eala was the first to finally hold serve, taking a 4-2 lead. Svitolina answered with a hold to trim the deficit to 4-3 and appeared poised to draw level after earning 3 break points in the 8th game. But Eala showcased her trademark resilience, erasing a 0-40 deficit to hold serve for a 5-3 advantage. That momentum swing proved decisive, as she broke Svitolina once more to close out the opening set in 43 minutes. The second set was a test of Eala's resilience. The former world No. 3 looked poised to force a decider after racing to a 2-0 lead in the second set and maintaining a 2-game cushion through the early stages. Once again, however, Eala found another gear. She broke Svitolina in the 6th game before reeling off 4 of the next 5 games to turn a 2-4 deficit into a 5-4 lead. The Ukrainian fought back to level the set at 4-4, but Eala kept her composure, winning the final 2 games to complete the straight-set victory. The final score was 6-3, 6-4, and Eala had done it in 1 hour and 34 minutes. The victory was a testament to Eala's incredible growth as a player. She had improved her serve, her movement, and her mental game. She had transformed from a promising junior to a legitimate threat on the WTA Tour. The win over Svitolina was the culmination of years of hard work, sacrifice, and dedication. The victory was Eala's 6th over a top 10 player on the WTA Tour, further cementing her reputation as one of the tour's rising stars. The tennis world was watching, and the Philippines was celebrating. Alex Eala was ready for the next challenge. The victory over Svitolina was the latest in a series of stunning upsets that have defined Alex Eala's DC Open campaign. She arrived in Washington as a wild card, but she has played like a top seed. In the first round, she stunned Olympic gold medalist Jing Qinwen in a thrilling 3-set battle. She was down a set and a break, but she refused to quit. She won 7 consecutive games to take the match 4-6, 6-4, 6-1. Then came the second round. The defending champion, Leylah Fernandez. The match was a war. Eala dominated the first set, winning 6-2. But Fernandez fought back in the second set, building a 5-1 lead. It looked like the dream run was over. But Eala had other plans. She won 5 straight games to level the set at 5-5. She then dominated the tiebreak, winning 7-1. The victory was her second consecutive straight sets win over a seeded player. Now, she has added world number 10 Elina Svitolina to her list of victims. The victory over Svitolina has secured her a place in the semifinals, where she will face number 13 Naomi Osaka of Japan. The 21-year-old Filipina has now won 4 consecutive matches at the WTA 500 event, and she is playing with confidence and belief. Eala's run has also captured the attention of the tennis world. She has proven that she can compete with the best players in the world on hard courts, a surface that had previously been a challenge for her. She has also shown incredible mental toughness, fighting back from difficult positions to win matches. The support from the Filipino community has been a source of strength for her, turning the DC Open into a celebration of Filipino pride. The tennis world is watching, and the Philippines is celebrating. Alex Eala is ready for the next challenge. Eala herself reflected on her growth and what it takes to sustain this level of performance. There are so many things that I've learned about the tour, about myself, about kind of what it takes to sustain this level, both physically and mentally, and just the effort you need to hang with these top players and stay there, she said. She also emphasized her mindset heading into matches, saying, "Every single player here is a fighter. All of us here are fighters. Whether it's my opponent today, yesterday, tomorrow, you can never count anybody out." The victory over Svitolina has set up a blockbuster semi-final clash with number 13 Naomi Osaka of Japan. Osaka, a 4-time Grand Slam champion, has also been in impressive form at the DC Open. She defeated Elisabetta Cocciaretto in the quarterfinals to book her place in the semifinals. The match against Osaka is the biggest test of Eala's career so far. Osaka is one of the best players in the world. She has won Grand Slams on hard courts, and her powerful serve and aggressive ground strokes make her a formidable opponent. She is a player who has beaten some of the best players in the world. The match against Eala will be a clash of styles. Eala is a counterpuncher who uses her speed and court coverage to neutralize her opponent's power. Osaka is a power player who dictates play with her big serve and forehand. The match against Osaka will also be a test of Eala's mental toughness. Osaka is a player who thrives on the big stage. She has won Grand Slams, and she knows how to handle pressure. Eala, on the other hand, is still a rising star. She has never played in a semi-final of a WTA 500 event against a player of Osaka's caliber. The pressure will be immense, but Eala has already shown that she can handle pressure. She came back from a set and a breakdown against Zheng. She came back from 1-5 down in the second set against Fernandez. She defeated the world number 10 in the quarterfinals. She is a fighter, a player who refuses to give up. The match against Osaka will be a chance for her to prove that she is a complete player, a player who can compete with the best players in the world on any surface. The semi-final showdown will mark the first career meeting between Eala and the former world number 1 from Japan. The tennis world is watching, and the Philippines is celebrating. Eala is ready for the next challenge. Let us zoom out. Eala's stunning victory over Elina Svitolina is about more than just one match. It is about the changing nature of tennis and the power of a single individual to inspire a nation. Eala's journey from a young girl in Manila to a Grand Slam standout is an inspiration. She has already achieved more than any Filipino player before her. She is the first to be seeded at Wimbledon. She is the first to reach the second week of a Grand Slam. She has beaten the best players in the world, including the defending champion Iga Swiatek. She is only 21 years old, and her journey is just beginning. The support from her fans is a testament to the impact she has had on the Philippines. She is not just a tennis player, she is a movement. The tennis world is watching, and the Philippines is celebrating. Eala is ready for the next challenge. The DC Open is just the beginning of a new chapter in her incredible story. She is not just a tennis player, she is a global icon. Eala has often spoken about the importance of staying grounded. I don't see myself any differently. I know who I am, she said. Her humility is one of her defining qualities, and it is one of the reasons she has become so beloved. Despite her success, she remains connected to her roots and committed to representing the Philippines with pride and honor. The DC Open is a celebration of that commitment. The fans who turned out to support her were not just there to watch a tennis match, they were there to celebrate a shared achievement. They were there to show the world that the Philippines is proud of its daughter. And Eala, as always, was grateful and humble, embodying the very qualities that made her a hero in the first place. The tournament is a moment of national unity, a moment of pure joy, and a moment that proves that a young woman from Manila can conquer the world. As she once said, it's hard not to get their energy. In Washington, that energy carried her forward. For more coverage in tennis, subscribe and hit the notification bell.